10 cities to visit in Egypt. Egypt houses some of the world's most famous, enigmatic and astonishing ancient monuments, with a history of culture and civilization that dates back thousands of years. The Egypt of today has seen much political and social upheaval in recent years, but it's through its ever-changing, yet time-worn cities that Egypt's true heart, extraordinary strength and incredible ancient civilizations are exhibited. 10. Pergada Oasis. Like an image from ancient times, the Pergada Oasis sits in Egypt's western desert but is now a modern enclave. The ancient town, which was often used as a lookout post by the British, is no longer. Modern development has truly taken over here. However, Pergada is also surrounded by abundant palm and acacia trees, and there are some interesting archaeological sites on the road to Cairo. 9. Port Said. Built out of dust from the construction of the Suez Canal, Port Said was a strategic settlement for trade in the area. Once a seedy city laden with brothels and underhanded trading, the type that's normal for a busy port town, the city now attracts visitors with its romantically crumbling, grand architecture. Walk along the raised waterfront boulevard that shows off the grandeur of the Suez Canal and take in the incredible feat of human engineering as tankers make their way towards the Med. If you'd like to head out onto the water, there's also the chance to take the only passenger ship on the canal. 8. Suez Oasis. Most people would picture an oasis as a patch of lush heaven in the middle of the desert, and that's exactly what Suez Oasis is. Overflowing with palms, olive trees and shady lanes, the city is scattered with sparkling fresh water springs. This ancient town is a real-life time capsule. Donkeys amble along the old roads and mud houses sit on the edge of the desert. It's not easy to reach this cut-off settlement, but your efforts will be greatly paid off. 7. Pergada. Colorful coral reefs and picturesque sandy beaches make Pergada the ideal city for a summer break. An urban area where old meets new, Pergada is Egypt's premier holiday resort destination, with tourists drawn there to linger on the soft sands, enjoy the many delicious restaurants and explore a slice of history. The old town of El Daha reveals real Egyptian life, with its mosques, markets and network of narrow lanes. 6. Aswan. One of 3 tourist cities in Egypt that sit along the banks of the Nile, Aswan is a beautiful ravine area with palm trees and a warm climate. An ancient military base and important garrison, the quarries here provided the essential granite used in many of its ancient structures, and there are a lot to see here. This languorous and beautiful stretch of the Nile provides arable land for many Nubian villages that rely on the river. With relics of ancient times still apparent in the area, you can easily spend a few lazy days relaxing in a riverside guesthouse at Aswan and take time to explore the islands and temples. 5. Sharm el-Sheikh. The resort city of Sharm el-Sheikh was once a top tourist destination, labeled the Jewel of the Red Sea. Europeans used to flock to its beautiful beaches looking to catch a tan, have a good time and get value for money. In recent years, the city has seen a huge decline in tourism, a 70% decline in fact. Hotel rooms are now easy to come by and you won't have to scramble for space on the sand anymore. If you were able to catch a flight, you can have a low-cost beach break at Sharm el-Sheikh. 4. Alexandria. What was once one of the greatest cities in the world, with an incredible collection of books in its library and a huge lighthouse, Alexandria was founded by its namesake, Alexander the Great. A city of epic historical proportions, much of its integral beauty and cultural importance has faded, but it is still possible to glimpse its past glory. The dusty coastal town is thronged with people. Its streets, port and beaches are constantly ebbing and flowing with the stream of life. Modern city living takes place alongside ancient wonders. Its infusions of various cultures are a legacy of Alexandria's many conquerors that the citadel of Cape was built to protect the city from. 3. Luxor. Luxor's lush and luxurious landscape is the setting for incredible ancient monuments. The Nile slowly snakes its way through the area, with the modern-day city of Luxor sitting on the east bank and the ancient capital of Thebes on the west bank. The once resplendent city of the ancient world is like a modern-day, open-air museum for visitors. The land here is strewn with history, relics and ancient treasures, which have been practically stitched into the land and have stayed incredibly intact for millennia. The Temple of Karnak and the numerous tombs that dot the west bank of the river are easily accessible from the city center, with its hotels, restaurants and museums. 2. Giza. What was once a city in its own right has been sucked up into the sprawling urban landscape of Egypt's capital. Giza's iconic Great Pyramids, which were the tallest structures in the world before the arrival of skyscrapers, sit on the desert plateau against a backdrop of the ever-encroaching hazy city skyline. The pyramids are one of the world's most iconic ancient wonders, representing Egypt and its links to historic civilization. It is a shame, then, that the civil unrest in Egypt and surrounding countries, combined with the threat of terrorist attacks, have resulted in fewer and fewer visitors to the city. Nevertheless, Egypt's turmoil does not take away from the importance and beauty of the 4,500-year-old edifices, which took 100,000 people to build. Somewhat incredibly, the pharaoh's tombs with their chambers and corridors are open to the public. 1. Cairo. Dusty and dirty, Cairo is a challenging and tough city to travel to, but this doesn't mean your efforts won't be rewarded. The 22 million or so people that call Cairo home pack its busy streets daily. Touts will hassle you, motorbikes will beep into the night and the dirt will cling to your skin, but Cairo truly is a charming place with world-class sights to see. The city sits on the ethereal River Nile and is the location of the medieval Islamic city and Coptic architecture in the Old City. The world-famous Egyptian Museum boasts an incredible collection of ancient Egyptian artifacts.